What's up, everybody? So November 29th, 2021, and it was a battle royale in the markets today. So I'm going to go over some of my trades. I had a pretty epic day of trading. So I'm going to go over the setups that was most profitable for me, what I'm holding on to going into Asian session in London tonight. We have some huge setups that are momentum. The momentum strategy, if y'all remember it, it's still there and it still works. And it's been pretty solid. So I'm going to also go into some of my bot trades that I took today and the profits that I took in general, having secured the bag so far on 5,500. Here's my profits today. I shared this in the accelerator group. Let's see. Yeah, and this was actually an accidental trade here, this 40 lot and a $2,000 loss, but I'm glad I caught it. So that is a mental error. And if you've been doing this for long enough, once you start making mental errors like that, it's time to stop trading for sure. So, you know, I was up way more than this at one point today and, you know, kept hacking away at it and holding the trades too long. And so I didn't take the profits at the right time, but still, honestly, kind of got lucky today walking away with such a big day like that. Trust me, it was not, it was, I could have been done by 10 and it would have been epic and it would have been twice as much as that. So lesson learned. And, you know, when the greed factor kicks in, you have to know when to stop. And this is a mindset game. You know, the technical analysis part that I'm about to go over here, you know, if you've been doing this for long enough, there's not a secret sauce when it comes to this type of stuff. You know, you can only tell Fibonacci so many ways, indicators so many ways, you know, momentum, CCI, trend line breaks. So it's all up here. And I watched a fantastic documentary yesterday, which is amazing about that. So looking at the SP 500, if you watched the weekly outlook video, if you didn't see it, go back and watch it. And I was talking about specifically this 38.2% retracement here. And if we held that, we might get a risk in rally in risk, so to speak. So by that, I mean CAD, Aussie, NZD, and you know, we got a bit of some Aussie strength, but it didn't last, and I think it's going to go away. So let's take a look at some of the trades I'm holding and what I really like as setups going into the rest of the week here. Euro Aussie here, the big thing that stands out for these Aussie trades and why I'm so bullish them are these gaps right here. You know, these gaps usually, almost always, not always, but almost always get filled. I'd say about 90% of the time. Euro CAD here, this is just, that's going to get filled, you know. So so that being said, huge opportunity here. Now, if you look at it in terms of the momentum, y'all remember the momentum strategy, right? So super bullish on the 200 momentum here. We're dipping below the momentum, the range line, and we're back above. And same thing with Euro Aussie here. We had this pretty big dip. You can see the envelope here going higher right there. And we stayed above it. And so this is really gearing up for, I would say, to close those gaps and to retest that next high here. So you can see on some of my trades on the day here. So this is where I run my indicator, or not my indicator, my EA, which is based off the momentum. Here's the momentum here, and this is the same strategy I'm using. And you can see I took profits on 475 here, which is, this is a manual trade. And so what I'm doing is I'm looking for smaller entries from my EA, and then from there, using that as a signpost, as in where do I want to get in, where do I want to take profits. And it's a pretty great strategy. And it's funny enough, on the on that presentation and speech I watched yesterday, is super good. Here's a a sell position that I took. You can see that red arrow here. We got ticked in right on the envelope, right on the Bollinger Band. And here's my profits here. And the risk has been calculated specifically to work within the framework of an FTMO account and a challenge account, right? So here's a good trade on Euro Yen. Right on the Bollingers, came down, took profits right here. I actually closed the trade a little bit early. But what I'm doing here more than anything is looking to get in the trade and looking to get in within the trend. So you can see here, GA, very similar to Euro Aussie. Here's our buy. And I'm looking for a re-entry here, but this is one. This is a second trade. And accumulatively, this is a lot of trades for sure, but in and out, and I'm trading manually alongside the EA, so it's under control the whole time. The risk is super, super low, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4% risk per trade. And then whenever I want to crank it up a little bit, I start to hit the gas, right? And that's, you got to be careful when you do that, though, to still not go overboard, which at the end of the day, doesn't matter if a bot's doing it or you're doing it. You still have to be able to control what's going on up here. So it's EURAUD, Euro Aussie. Pound Aussie looks a little weaker. Same thing with Pound CAD, but I'm going to be looking for these Euro pairs to really, really take off going into Asian session and London session tonight. So holding these trades, we entered them a couple times as signals in the VIP channel, and hopefully you made some good profits on those. And yeah, it's going to be a big week. We got NFP on Friday. And by the way, Cyber Monday today, if you haven't heard yet. So we have a deal for a couple people if you qualify to get into the accelerator, and that's good till Wednesday. So click the link below, book a call. We're expediting the process. So it's first come, first serve. So if you want to make it happen and you want to use my EA, you want to learn how to use it, you want to be a part of our group, and if you're dedicated and want my help to help you get funded and take it to that next level, click the link below. Let's have an awesome week, everybody. Can't wait to see you in the group or on the live call tomorrow, New York session, 7:15. I'll see you guys on there in the accelerator, and everybody else, I'll see you in the chat room. Peace.